I'd taken a bit of a break from recording, just needed to sort of ground myself and decompress a bit without a deadline or a schedule. I've gone into it quite a bit before recording, but I'm playing catch up now, and this is well, you can probably tell that it's water, but when I'm swimming in the inlet, I'm living right by the water, and in the inlet, depending if it's evening or morning on the tide, that's generally when I go out, when the tide's full, and you just get really beautiful ripples and reflections. If it's from the clouds or the rising sun or the sun setting. And I just was sort of playing around with that and the constant moving of the water and sort of trying to take snapshots in my mind's eye when I'm out there at water level. And I can sort of see the different sizes of the ripples if the wind creates something more. So anyway, this is where I'm at, and again doing coloured pencil landscape piece. I've got my Derwent colour pencils, trusty Derwent pencils, which I'm going to stick with at this stage. It's just, I've explained once before that it's just suits me for being in transition and not getting too fully set up. But I've got a really nice setup with a drawing board, and I've actually moved it within where I'm living just because the intensity of the sun was getting really strong now that we're coming into summer here in New Zealand. So I'm going to continue with this. It'll be sort of, more muted greens and greys, sort of a steely grey, muted green tones, which is what was coming to me at the time. I think it was more sort of an early evening time frame that I was doing, visualizing from the water as I was swimming. So just working in a little deeper now with the greens and the greys, working at the top here, these sort of tones. I've also been using some of these brighter colours. They're lighter, and I'll work over top of them as I make the image stronger in colour, more depth, and give it a more three-dimensional look. I'm really enjoying this process. There's a certain realism about this piece, but also it is abstract as well. But just I want to create the silky flow, the ripples of the water. And it's always moving, and I wanted to create that suggestion of continual flow of movement. Really enjoying these muted colours, just keeping the colour spectrum reasonably narrow, like browns, greens. It looks more blue, but it's kind of more of a forest green, that blue there you can see. But it's really quite relaxing and calming being able to work on this piece. Decided to introduce a little more blue into the tones, going to build up these areas, blues and greys, and there'll still be the browns and greens going on, but just creating a more balanced, more watery blue feel, reflecting somewhat the sky at the time as well. I didn't have a photo of this because I was swimming, and it's when you're swimming and you're out away from the shore, it's actually hard to get that focused. What's going on here? There we go. The imagery that I see from water level, I can't see from land, and especially when I'm turning back from being out in the water back towards the land, anyway, I'm going to continue and it'll build up. I think there'll be some highlights left, these sort of paler areas, but I will deepen it with the blues and the greys just to give it more depth as well. So just working in the blues more, probably going to bring this lower area, make this darker with the blues, and then moving into the light more in the background. So it'll give it a perspective of depth as well. You can see a further richness and depth in the colour in the lower half of the piece. I'll probably work it up a little more. I'll bring up more, subduing these highlights here, and just being able to show a gradation of depth and going from dark to light. So it's taking time, but it's coming along. This is where I'm going to leave this piece. It's a working drawing, and it'll be a really good reference for future work. I feel that there'll be a theme of more water illustrations and artwork evolving as I continue to swim and take photos in the inlet where I'm living presently. It's forever changing, the currents, the wind, the time of day, the clouds, the sun. Yeah, it's all plays a part in the texture and the colours that I see as I swim.